Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And, of course, good morning, mini Motorways. Let's go to Reykjavik for today's daily challenge, which will have no bridges at the beginning. That's a problem. Although, assuming we get any, they won't require road tiles, which is nice. It's been a minute since we've been to Reykjavik, and we start way up here tucked in the corner with a very little amount of land. I mean, honestly, this little land, it's going to be pretty easy to manage. Don't say that, Goog. Don't say that. Now you're going to get frozen or you're Icelanded or whatever happens to people who display hubris in Iceland. Oh, my Icelandic hubris. Oh, I shall be undone by my Icelandic hubris. All right. Immediate problem. Yeah, I was going to just have this red house go down and around and loopy like so to get into this business, and we might still want to do that. Actually, yeah, I think we do still want to do that. Hold on. This can go here. We'll chop that road, and this can just do that. And everybody go, and we're just going to pretend that this house doesn't exist. If we get a roundabout, Ow, I adjusted my posture. If we get a roundabout, we can take this road and toss it down this way and have a big old circle thing right about there. Shit. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. We can have this too. So what we'll do is we'll just run off that away. That'll be fun. Here's that roundabout I was talking about. I don't necessarily know if that's the best idea anymore, but let's see here. I can have it centered right here. And a roundabout centered right there would mean... no, that's actually a bad place to center a roundabout. What if we center a roundabout right here? No, right here. See, the issue is I want to separate these two yellow businesses with the roundabout, and it doesn't appear as though there's a way to do that. So it kind of makes the whole point of the roundabout questionable. If you're still doing this garbage at the end here with the two yellow businesses on the road, then the roundabout really only serves to... Okay. All right. Well, you could... Now, hold on here. If we do this, we can... No, we can't. Because this is only 2 tiles wide, so it doesn't actually... And then that. And then that. I mean... Yeah, okay. This is technically a perfectly cromulent traffic light. Please ignore the fact that it also results in a horrible acute angle for this thing, but, you know, we're not supposed to think or worry about that or nothing, I guess. Is that about the size of what we're doing here? I think that might be the size of what we're doing here. All right. Oh, hi. There's another red business. Okay. Well, fine. We can actually sort of make this work just by tossing a second red down that way. I guess now it's good that this roundabout exists. I'm still not... I mean, we've got 4 businesses, all of which are reliant upon cars that... Actually, hold on. Important correction, Goog. 5 businesses. 5 businesses, all of whom are reliant upon traffic being directed through one and exactly one little roundabout. I mean, it's working for now. It was a very important clause at the end of that sentence, but it is true that it is working for now. Oop. Tried to clean up my purple roads and I accidentally murder killed them for a moment. Spotify, did you reach the end of this playlist? No, there's just 10 seconds of silence at the end of this song. How dare you? How dare you do that, song? Jeez. Alright. So now these reds go into here. This single yellow house is not gonna play nice with others, it looks like. So, that I suppose is fine. We'll take another bridge, which, hey, free bridge. Look at all of this free bridge that I can draw using exactly 0 of my road tiles. And then immediately erase. That was fun. Could do like a little signature here. Hold on, this. Well, see, the issue is see, this is supposed to be the G, so, did it bad. I did it bad. We'd have to make it backwards. Hold on, we can make it backwards. So, this is the bottom of the G, right? And that hooks up this way, and then we go into there, and then that's an O, and that's an O, and then, yeah, okay, I give up. We got exactly as far as that joke needed to go, and then went significantly further. It was like a Seth MacFarlane joke, except it didn't turn back around to being funny. Oh well. These greens pop down here, get into the eastern entrance of this double plaza, should be fine. Would you believe it? This roundabout is starting to create more complications. I know, it's a shocking revelation. We'll take a motorway and try to figure out why the cat is meowing. Oh. Well, she's on top of the desk now, so everything must be fine. Alright. Is there anything I can do to make life easier for this roundabout other than just... I mean, the immediate suggestion would be kill the roundabout. Which... yeah, like, the roundabout is only really serving to get this one red house involved. I don't think that's worth having it, to be honest. I think everyone's going to be a little bit happier if we just do this as a starting position. Everyone's going to be a little bit happier and less rounded about it if we do that thing right there. These greens will now come down this way. These reds will slide in right here. I never want to hear any complaints ever from this business. Can I just make an immediate statement that if this business ever gets mad about stuff, it's fired? I don't know how you can fire a business in mini motorways. It's possible that you can't, actually. But if we ever find out a way to do it, it will happen after this business complains about stuff. You two greens go down here. You are now a circle, which, ooh, that's bad. That's not what you want. We'll take a second roundabout, I guess. And now we really should do some separating. All right, let's see here. We're going to start with these greens actually going the long way around these yellows, and that's going to involve bulldozing that tree. Sorry about that tree. All right, next we're going to chop this house right here off of the yellow network, because this house can be supported by these yellow businesses, right? Or rather, this yellow business can be supported by these yellow houses right here. And the 1, 2, 3, 4 of these can service that, which at the very least will make life easier and better for this house. And, oh, well, okay. That's actually not a major problem because we can just zoop and boop and get the greens down here, and this yellow house serves this yellow business. That's okay. We're fine with that. This red is just going to hang out here, not really do nothing. Acceptable. All right. So now we've got 6 yellow houses serving 2 yellow businesses, which isn't great. And speaking of things that aren't great, well, we should probably discuss this week's stream schedule. Don't worry, it'll be a quick discussion, because there isn't that much to talk about. For you see, despite, yet again, hiring and training a dude in Boston, they keep needing me to drive to Boston for work. So, we're going to do Gimme today and tomorrow, and presumably Cyberpunk tomorrow evening, and then we will be back Friday evening for Veilguard. This has been this week's stream schedule. It's good. It's fun. I got a promotion. I'm making more money. Listen, we're gonna. It is what it is. It is what it is. Work is gonna work. You gotta make money in order to live, in order to have, say, the spare time to dig around on the internet and play mini Motorways for an audience that occasionally numbers in the dozens if you're lucky. It's fine. It's reasonable. All right. What do we got? We've got, another red business. That's basically fine. We have this red house right here. Give something for that to do. Purple business over here has spawned in accordance with the spawn of this purple house, which therefore makes that fine. This greenhouse comes down here. This purple house points up that away. That is both A and okay. So that's lovely. I really don't like the general demeanor of this yellow nonsense, but it's servicing the business all right, so I suppose we can hang on to it for now. Give me, I've got 2 spare traffic lights. So, right, because I had a traffic light up here for this nonsense, and then I de-nonsensed that nonsense. I remember. Okay. You come down over here. I was like Sabrina Carpenter, putting more sense and thought into her lyrics. I de-nonsensed the nonsense. Alright, hey, a yellow business has spawned, which allows me to, once again, de-nonsense this yellow road, which is fine. Toss this yellow all the way over to here. There are light blues now? I'm sorry, since when are there light blues? Also, more pressingly, since when are there light blues here? That's atrocious. I don't remember approving that. Alright, you come over to here. We're basically just... yeah, we're scooting these 2 roads north. There's nothing I can do that'll get this purple involved over to here. Good morning, Clancy. Although I said there was nothing I can do to get that purple involved here. That's not, strictly speaking...
Slay.
True. Thank you, Clancy the Crow. Resubscribing 5 months in the Goog troop. Let's take this and draw motorway number 1 right over to here. Ooh, I like the color of that motorway. I also enjoy that Clancy the Crow can continue to drop all of the lovely tier 1 emotes, which you see right here. Oh, it is lovely. Thank you, Clancy. Everyone go follow Clancy in case you have not already. A wonderful and tremendous person and streamer. Does Dead by Daylight and Mortuary Assistant and other things, which, listen, I enjoy Clancy as a person very much, but the skeevy murder games, I can only take so much before it's like, skeevy murder. Take Roundabout. I prefer good, wholesome murder games, like Overwatch. It's a bad choice I've made with my life, getting back into Overwatch. It's kind of contagious, actually, because, like, I started playing Mass Effect 2 and Cyberpunk 2077, and somehow that inspired me to get back into Overwatch, and then, like, 4 of my friends got back into Overwatch. All of us after not having played for, like, 2.5 years. So last night, myself and 4 of my friends played Overwatch. We kicked it like it was 2019 or something. It went all right. Well, listen, I hung out with my friends and played video games. It was a ton of fun. The winning occasionally happened. There was winning that happened when we played Overwatch. It was mostly done by the people against whom we were playing, but not entirely. All right, we're going to toss a roundabout right here. And the roundabout right here is pretty much the only way that we can deliver these greens down to this business while also keeping this yellow supported by things other than just this one house. And honestly, we shouldn't need too often for this yellow to be supported by things other than this one house, but, you know, it might round itself. That's a thing that could happen. Also, hold on. We've got... Well, this purple has gone circular,
Hear ye, let the record show that this viewer was here first.
Good morning, Samurai Sam. Welcome back from your voyage. Let us, swing this into this. Okay. So now we've got greens. They go around here. They circumvent the purples. The purples can slide their way onto that and get up to this circle. We will take...
So this car can't get there, because it's way too far, so I guess we're gonna have to, forsake 1B1R. Got a dumb idea right now, you'll think that I'm insane, but I've got a roundabout, baby, and Goog is my name.
Most of the time I know what song you're parodying with these. I have no fucking clue what that was, but I know that it was Samurai Sam resubscribing for 50 months in the Goog troop. Thank you, Sam. Samurai Sam once again may drop all of the lovely tier 1 emotes, which you see right there. It's all of them. I hit all of the buttons. Stream Deck contains all of the buttons. Why are greens mad? That's a question I have. These two greens are coming over here. I'm sorry, OBS is alerting me that a treasure train is coming. Did Twitch rename hype trains when I wasn't looking? Huh. It's entirely... No, hype trains are also a thing. I don't know what a treasure train is. Perhaps we shall find out together. In the meantime, we'll take a bridge. Sam is surprised that I didn't recognize a Taylor Swift song. I don't know what about me makes you think I should recognize every Taylor Swift song. Like, I'm aware of Taylor Swift songs. It could even be said that I like some of them. I did not think I gave off the aura of a Swiftie. There are worse things. Listen, friends. For purposes of this conversation, I'm a straight white cisgender man. There are so many horrible auras I could give off. If the worst one, or even just one of them, is Swiftie, I'll fucking take it. I will fucking take it. Motorway number 2 comes over to here. We'll finally separate some of these yellows, make life easier for both this circle and this square. Blank Space is apparently a popular and well-known Taylor Swift song. I have heard of that song. Note that I have said have heard of that song. I have probably heard that song. I would reasonably assume that I've heard that song just from existing as a person in the world for a while, but, you know. Anyway, we've only got like 5 light blues on the whole, 6 light blues on the whole map. 4 of them, thankfully, are clustered together right here, meaning that we can at least pretend to properly support this light blue circle, which is doing okay. This green business down here, this is an informal, we're clockwise-ing roundup, I guess. This green business here is serviced by 1, 2, 3 greens, and well, you've gone circular. That's basically fine. You've got a straight shot road here. I'm not so enamored by this purple circle. This purple circle looks like it's getting a little annoying, but you know, you have a whole buttload of houses coming to support you, purple circle friend, so you'll presumably be fine. one can hope. Speaking of things that one can hope that perhaps these greens right here could replace the work of all of these greens. That's conceivable, actually. We've got 3 roundabouts. I guess we'll take a 3rd and 4th traffic light that I'll never use. Hey, a yellow house spawned up here while I wasn't looking. That's great. That'll keep this business in clover. It's a weird saying, in clover, but you know what it means. Ow. This green should point down. These 3 greens here are very close to being able to be useful for this, and I could rejigger this road, but I don't want to. It sounds like work. What else sounds like work is realizing that this light blue, which I had previously called out as being not doomed, is now presently doomed. So, that's not great. Also this purple. Purple also slightly doom adjacent at the very least. All right, let's get physical. No, let's get moving into action. No, let's just have this light blue here swing in like so, and hopefully provide a little bit more support for that. I don't really have anything else to go on. What I do have, actually, is I remember what I was doing. We're going to very carefully, because there are some highly important roads that we're close to killing here. We're going to take all of these, like such. We're going to loop these greens up and over and down and use one of our bridges. Gasp, I know. That, in turn, will send several more greens down this way to support this business, and it will free up these 2 purples. By the way, these 2 greens here will be the ones that support this green business now. These 2 purples, which had previously been doing nothing, will now take motorway number 3 and weave themselves all the way up to here to hopefully possibly not further kill and doom this purple business. As long as we don't kill and doom the purple business, we're probably fine. Now, I've had a thought, and I want to see if it's a bad thought. If I move the greens that come into this roundabout over to the southern spur instead of the southeastern spur, I can put this purple house on the road with these barely functioning yellows, have them grab this roundabout, and now go off that away. What I've done, thus, is marry everything that's on this road, these yellow houses here. They technically can see and get to this yellow business, which I don't necessarily love. Also, hi, yellow square. You're mad and dying. Why are you mad and dying? Red square mad and dying, I understand. Okay, red square mad and dying both makes sense and is fixable. Actually, hold on. Yeah, we'll just draw motorway number 4 up to here, and I'll mute so I can sneeze. Ow. Oh, that hurt. And then I sniffed. Oh, I didn't intend to sniff afterward. That was gross. Okay. So, putting the reds here keeps this business alive. Everything else, unfortunately, seems some levels of turbo fucked. Actually. Yeah, like this yellow business is, and this yellow circle, and this green, and now this red, the red that I said I would fire if it ever got mad about anything ever, this red is mad about something? Arrgh. That red is fired. Anyway, 2,262 commuters over 95 days. It sure is a number. It's top 15% in the world, which is none too shabby, but it is not as good as Samurai Sam. Drop the slams in the chat if you've got them. And now, we shall bring in our very bestest friend to the Wordle. Hello, Mr. the Wordle. Oh, goodness. All right. Well, Sam has noted that Blank Space is one of the more popular songs in existence, so I suppose then that the word could be blank. It's not, but in that moment, it sure could have been. It could be short. We got a T. We finally got a thing. Amazing. How many times did I think we had entered a 5-letter word containing none of the letters in today's Wordle? I feared we had done it twice. Found out where the T goes, at least. That's something. All right. Let's see here. It could be Timpy. Now, granted, Timpy isn't really it's what a child who struggles with pronunciation calls Ren's stupid friend. Timpy. I was going to say that Ren's stupid friend is the title of the episode, but then I remembered that I had previously said my Icelandic hubris, which is still funnier. So, all right. Now then, it could hypothetically, man, I don't know. It can't be tiger because there's no E or R. So it's just probably not tiger. Cannot be tidy because that's a 4-letter word. Cannot be Tiffy because that's what a wrestler calls herself, but isn't actually like a name or a 5-letter word even. It could be a name, I suppose, if you're dumb. Let's see here. That's an amazing question. What is this word? It could, I suppose, be a South Park character. Is it Timmy? No. It's not Timmy. Well, we know it can't be Jimmy because it doesn't start with a J. Sad. All right. Can't be tulip because there's no L. Can't be tunic because there's no N and no C. It could be tumid. Don't ask me what tumid. Wait, tumid's a word? I'm sorry. Just gonna go over to another internet browser window here and Google tumid definition. Tumid, typically used to describe a part of the body, means swollen. It could also be used to describe pompous or bombastic language or literary style. So what this definition is saying is that in both senses of the word, the Goog is one of the more tumid humans alive. Interesting. All right. Doesn't help us with the Wordle very much, though. That's unfortunate. It does eliminate the last non-I vowel, so... boy. It could be... You know, I said this as a joke, but okay. And it's not like Tifty or nothing, no? Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, I know you can't see this because I don't have the camera on. I need you to picture just the absolute pained, nose-pinching, forehead-scrunching, cross-armed expression that came across my face when I realized that the fucking word was tizzy. Okay. All right. Let us guess where and when we are. Well, all right, so we're on Santa Monica Boulevard in presumably Los Angeles, California. That helps us narrow it down immensely. We're, in fact, at the corner of Santa Monica and Laramie, so that's good. That's a good start. It would help narrow down when we are if we knew who the fuck these guys are, but, you know. Presumably one of them might be... No, neither of them is Dr. Thomas Waddell. These are recipients of his Sports Achievement Award. Okay. All right. Well, all right. We've got a rough timeline just based on the quality of the photo and the car and the clothing and the fact that these guys are out and openly gay together and they're not being beaten for that, which is a thing that would have happened up until like 2002. I kid. All right. This feels like it's supposed to evoke thoughts of the Olympics without actually using the 5 rings, which, I don't know, maybe these guys are Olympians. I couldn't tell you. I don't know who the fuck they are. This whole thing feels very late 90s. Like, these shirts and this, yeah, this could be like 1997. I'd be willing to believe that this was 1997. I'd also be willing to believe that this was 2006. So, now granted, that's not a huge window. It's not a huge time window. So, talk among yourselves about when exactly this could be while I try to find Santa Monica Boulevard here in Los Angeles. See, the problem is Los Angeles is big, and, man, I couldn't tell you where Santa Monica Boulevard is. Is it near Dodger Stadium? Probably not. The only thing near Dodger Stadium is houses, and then they got torn down to build parking lots. So now the only thing near Dodger Stadium is parking lots. I could have just said that the only thing near Dodger Stadium is parking lots, but then I wouldn't have had a chance to dunk on capitalism. It's bad. All right. Well, there's Koreatown. Now, the good news is Santa Monica Boulevard is one of those boulevards that would probably be labeled on this map, even at, like, this level of zooming. That's not perfect, though, because, well, the city's still quite big. Let's see. There's Sunset Boulevard. There are the hills. There's Beechwood Canyon. There's West Sunset Boulevard. Hey, I found Bel Air. There's Brentwood. Here in the far west of Los Angeles is the neighborhood known as Northeast. I suppose it's Northeast Santa Monica, which, okay. Does the fact that we're now in Santa Monica mean that we're less likely to find Santa Monica Boulevard? Possibly. Oh, boy. Yeah, we go up the... Okay, we're definitely not turn the corner up the 1. If we turn the corner and head for, like, Thousand Oaks, I don't think we're going to find Santa Monica Boulevard. Very close to saying, man, fuck this. There's Ventura. There's Encino. There's Beverly Boulevard. Alright, come on, map. Show me where the fucking famous road in fucking Los Angeles, fucking California is. Assholes. Alright, you know what? To hell with this. To absolute hell with this. We are, in fact, at the corner of West Pico and whatever this thing is, in Harvard Heights, actually. And it's 1998. Assholes. Alright. Oh, apparently these are Bob Paris and Rod Jackson. Good for them. Also, Santa Monica Boulevard is up here. Oh, it's the diagonally one. Good to know. Next, we've got Svenska Hellsbanken. Well, something obscured by a tree. Svenska obscured by a tree Hellsbanken. Okay, fine. This says This is the Glasgow checkpoint, actually. You get to Glasgow, and that's where your refresh point is. So that's good. That's good to know. Everyone respawns in Glasgow. Very convenient. The Svenska here is making me think this might be like Poland? I don't necessarily feel great about that, but yeah, if you told me that this was somewhere in Warsaw in like 1931, I'd be like, okay. And you might as well take a chance, make it happen. Pop the cork, and finger snapping. If you spin the wheel, then maybe round and round will go. You never know. Life could be good or sweet. Just grab yourself a front row seat. And let's meet and have a ball. And we were in Sweden in 1948, actually. Well, at least I got to do a spoken word rendition of the Foxwoods jingle. Got that going for me. All right. So, here we have one of a great many languages on this earth of ours, which at an immediate glance vaguely resembles Japanese, but upon further examination is probably not Japanese. Then again, Sam says we're in Japan, so maybe this just is Japanese. I was going to say that this looks like you tried to ask an AI to make Japanese, but no, apparently this just is Japanese, and I have a very limited definition of what I think Japanese looks like. Oops. All right. And I mean, we've got some Japanese companies here. We've got Sanyo and Toshiba and Onkyo and Toshiba. And yeah, there's an awful lot of Japanese companies right there. Okay. All right, fine. Now this right here, this is some Japanese looking Japanese. So, okay. Please note that I'm referring to the text and not the people. We spoke earlier about the kind of vibes that a person could give off. All right. So apparently we're somewhere in Japan, which therefore means we're in Tokyo. I mean, come on, I'm not trying harder than that. Unless, wait, why would I think their license plate might say... I mean, their license plate probably does say where they are. It just says it in Japanese, which doesn't help me. All right. This isn't 1994. That's just a license plate ending in 94. That's a license plate ending in 02, and we're not in 2002, so... we are, in fact, in, I don't know, 1989? 1989 feels decent. All right, let's stick a pin in Tokyo, call it 1989, and, wait, we're back on Taylor Swift again. Okay. Man, if I was a person who knew for certainty any of the songs that are on the Taylor Swift album 1989, I would reference one right now. Anyway, it turns out that was 1976. Okay. Okay, I can see that. We're bad at time guesser. I was going to say today, but no, I'm just bad at time guesser. Hello, Dome. What does your Dome say? Your Dome says the association of the month is celebrating Sela Neura Nort, which, okay, great. So this might mean night, or it might mean north. I feel like this isn't necessarily a planned display so much as a protest of some sort. All right, this flag down here says something Justicana, which is the laziest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles song I've ever heard of, but it doesn't actually help us with anything. Y'all are with either the MR backwards B or the B backwards R M. Interesting. Is this... That's not a French flag, is it? That couldn't be a French flag, could it? It's the widest middle stripe of a tricolor I've ever seen. It's probably not a French flag. It's probably a different flag. All right. So these folks here are very angry at this presumable observatory. Yeah, the language here is definitely not French. So, why are y'all angry at this observatory? What did the observatory do to you? It's possible that observatories have done things to people. They can be built in problematic locations by people with evil intentions at heart. I'm not saying observatories are inherently blameless, but what did this observatory do to you, kind folk of Brazil? Hey, I'm a person who recognizes a flag. Yay! I'm a person who recognized exactly one flag. Now, granted, there are 7 or 8 flags in this photo, and I only recognize the one, but... All right, what did this Brazilian observatory do to you, good people of 1971? Yeah. What did this observatory do to earn the ire of Brazilians in 1971? I don't know. Perhaps it was built. Now, if we're going to say that it's in Brazil, we should probably, hedge the bets just a little bit and say that it's in Brasilia. But, 1, that's not a great place to put an observatory. And 2, fuck, dude, this could be Australia for all I know. So let's just say that it's, I don't know. Is it in the shadow of Cristo Redentor? Is it next to Chris, who doesn't hold grudges? Jesse, who says it's cool? All right. Maybe it's in this national park, and you're upset about that. Yeah. Let's ascribe motive to assumptions we've already made, which are built on faulty ground. Here. It's not the most horrible thing I've ever guessed, actually. Also, I would have been totally better off just assuming it was Brasilia. Oh well. Also, this isn't an observatory. Kind of a problem. So, people got real mad. Or, they appear to maybe be celebrating. Hooray! I don't know. Congratulations to Tancredo Neves, elected leader, presumably, of Brazil in 1985. Good for you, buddy. Hello, Barack. Well, first of all, hi. I see that. I see that right here. Second of all, man, I wish I was a person who recognized languages or flags, but I am a person who has Samurai Sam in his chat, who says that the flag is Laotian, which answers the question of, is it Chinese or Japanese? It's a King of the Hill reference. Samurai Sam is a person who sometimes recognizes flags. That's true. Now, here comes the problem. I will now draw a circle, which I'm reasonably sure includes Laos. Reasonably sure this circle includes Laos. Let's try somewhere in here. Nope, that's the Philippines. Okay, but I found it. Hooray. All right, now we're going to slowly zoom in on Laos, and the first dot we find is the dot that we assume is the capital. Is this dot in Laos? It's right on the border. This dot down here is right on the border. Shit. Nope, this dot right here is definitely inside Laos. There's the... Oh, wow, that's so fucking close to the border. Sorry, that's close to the border with... Oh, I thought there was a country here that I'd never heard of. It turns out that there's a region of Thailand here that I've never heard of. I feel better for never having heard of this almost northernmost region of Thailand. Anyway, we're just going to assume that Laos put their national capital right on the fucking border with Thailand for some reason. And if it turns out not to have been the case, well, it turns out not to have been the case. It turns out to have been the case. Yay. And yes, indeed, we were in 2016. 36,111 sure is a time guesser score. That's about all that can be said for it. For today's Immaculate Grid, we need Astros, Brewers, Rangers, Red Sox, dudes what played shortstop, and first round draft picks. Okay. A dude who played for the Boston Red Sox and was a first round draft pick is decent for a month or so relief pitcher, and then quite bad, it turned out, Craig Hansen. 2005, the _Goog thought it was really cool that the Red Sox drafted a guy and he was in the major leagues that same season. 2025, the _Goog realizes that indicates poor draft strategy. Anyway, so we need 2 more first-round draft picks, one of whom played for the Texas Rangers, and the other of whom played shortstop. This is, in fact, doable, sort of. Well, I was going to say David Wright, but then I remembered that he didn't play shortstop. So, good start. There's a better than decent chance that Ellie De La Cruz was an international signee. Cal Ripken Jr. may or may not have been a first-round draft pick. Who's the Astros shortstop right now? I could use the guy who's the Astros shortstop right now for this button, but instead I'm going to put Craig Biggio there, because it turns out Craig Biggio played He never played I could have sworn that Craig Biggio played shortstop like once. Okay. Last week there was a Mets-Guardians square, and I didn't immediately think Francisco Lindor. I don't know. I was probably trying to be cute. Or I didn't get to it because I failed at the grid by saying something stupid like Craig Biggio played shortstop. Who would ever think that Craig Biggio could have... A dude who played shortstop for the Milwaukee Brewers is Craig Counsell, I think. Yup. Dude who played for the Brewers and Red Sox is old standby Jeff Suppan. We use Jeff Suppan in the Immaculate Grid far more than most people would think you would use Jeff Suppan. Using Jeff Suppan far more than you'd think most people would use Jeff Suppan was also a staple of the early 2000s St. Louis Cardinals. It worked out pretty well for them. They made the World Series and all, but they didn't win it. Hee. A dude who played for the Red Sox and Astros is surprisingly difficult to think of right now. Like, I know the Red Sox had Jeff Bagwell and traded Jeff Bagwell, but I don't think Jeff Bagwell debuted with the Red Sox. I think that was when he was a prospect they did that. So, now I don't recall who the Red Sox traded Jeff Bagwell for, which is part of the problem here. Anyway, first round draft pick of the Texas Rangers was Michael Young. That's not actually true. God, I hate first round draft picks. I hate the MLB draft so fucking much. It's so fucking stupid. I'm sorry. I don't want to ask this question of my actually smart baseball podcast friends, because there's a whole system. There's a whole industry out of things like, well, the slot for this draft pick is $3 million, but if you pick this guy who sucks more, you only have to pay him like $500,000, and then you can save $2.5 million to get later in the draft some high school kid who would otherwise go to college. You can bribe him for $2.5 million, but you wouldn't want to take him first and just give him the $3 million slot because reasons. I fucking hate the MLB draft so fucking much. Apparently, a Rangers first round draft pick is also a superstar. So we're just going to spend the rest of this grid naming superstar players who have played for the Texas Rangers. We're going to begin with Rafael Palmeiro, who was in fact a first-round draft pick. Which, fuck, now I have to name 3 more guys. A dude who played shortstop for the Houston Astros is... I'm gonna think of the guy who's the Astros starting shortstop right the fuck now. He's, like, good. He was really good at defense, and he was fast, and he was a well-touted prospect, but he also kind of sucked, and Astros fans are like, we should maybe actually move on from this guy because he kind of sucks. But he was young and cheap and was supposed to be good, so they kept running him out there. Jeremy Pena. I thought of it. Yay! Anyway, Jeremy Pena is having a very good season and is probably just a very good baseball player. Congratulations to you, Jeremy Pena. A dude who played for the Brewers and Rangers is Prince Fielder. Fuck this. God! This has been an immaculate grid. Folks, once again, A-Rod, Josh Hamilton. I see. Okay, well, fine. Anyway, I will be back tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock Eastern for another edition of Good Morning Mini Motorways. We will try and fail once again, always and forever. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.